Good morning, everybody, or I should be saying, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Out My Window Live. I know you've missed me as much as I've missed you. You know, I've actually been traveling a lot this summer, but to be frank, the views have not been that great. Not my fault. I'm sort of staying in a predetermined room blocks where I don't have a chance to use all those tricks that I taught you guys in my last tips video on how to get great views. But finally, here I am in downtown Orlando at the brand new AC Marriott. And one thing I love about this hotel is that you cannot go wrong. All the views are great because the hotel actually starts on the 18th floor and works its way up 8 floors from there. So you're almost guaranteed, no matter which way you face, that you're going to have a great view from this hotel, Out My Window Live, here in downtown Orlando. So I am actually looking east right now. If you kept looking straight through the horizon, let's say there was a rocket taking off from the Kennedy Space Center, you would basically see it from this shot. I mean, you wouldn't see it very close, but you could probably see the trail of light, especially if it was nighttime. So yeah, this is looking east from downtown Orlando, and what are we looking at? The first thing you see from this view, if you just follow the highway down on the left-hand side, you'll see the executive airport. However, from this view, if I turn my camera, and I will in a little bit to the right, you actually could see Orlando International Airport, which always seemed far to me, but from here, it doesn't seem that far. Now, if you turn to the left, let me pick up the camera here. You actually get a nice view of some of the downtown buildings. Some of you old-timers might be familiar with that right there. That's Church Street Station. And there's actually right below us a train station, which is good and bad. The good thing is that you have transportation to the, sort of like to the Kissimmee Disney area. You could take a train from here. The bad news is that when they blow that horn, even up here on the 25th floor, and I am on the 25th floor, you can hear it. One thing I love about staying in downtown Orlando, and let me quickly turn the camera so you could see those planes coming into the airport over there. One thing that I love about downtown Orlando is that there's so many restaurants and so many bars to choose from. You could actually walk to the Thornton Park area, which is 15 minutes away, and you got little bars and restaurants. You also got Lake Eola, which is a wonderful place to walk around. You could also rent those swan-looking paddle boats. You could jog around like my friends do. It's, I know most people come to Orlando, they stay in the Disney area, the Universal area, and that's wonderful. But Orlando, downtown Orlando, has really come along. And it's a beautiful place to stay. I actually like it. Yes, downtown has a homeless problem like every downtown I've stayed at in the last few years, anywhere in the United States. But it's great. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite restaurants in, not only one of my favorite Colombian restaurants in Orlando, but one of my favorite Colombian restaurants anywhere in America is right here in downtown Orlando. This little hole-in-the-wall place on the bottom level of a parking deck. It's called Super Rico. So when you're in Orlando, I strongly urge you to look up Super Rico if you want some great, affordable Colombian food. So back to this downtown area here, this church, that leads to Orange. On weekends, they actually shut down Orange, and it's all just party goers and people having a great time going up and down. I got to tell you, we're still kind of towards the end of the pandemic, but you don't feel it here. I didn't see a single person wearing a mask outside. That's good or bad, depending on who you ask. But I thought I'd point that out. So what would happen if I was staying in a room facing the other way? Let me put my camera down here so you guys can get a nice view. So if I was staying in a room facing west, you'd be looking at the Amway Center where Orlando Magic plays. You'd be looking at Exploria Stadium where the MLS team, Orlando City, plays. Hugely popular in this market. And finally, you'd be looking at the old Citrus Bowl, which is now called Camping World Stadium. And far, far in the distance, you'd have, where all the theme parks are, though I'm not sure you would be able to see very much of the nightly fireworks. By the way, going back to this view on this side, if you look down to the right, you will see the Dr. Phillips Center, which is sort of like the Lincoln Center of this area here in Orlando. And you'll see that they set up an outdoor theater because of COVID. And they actually do shows on the weekends outdoor while they are not performing indoors. And on Sunday night, I got a chance from my room to just get a glimpse of what that show was like. Also, right in front of it is City Hall. The views at night is also very pretty. You get all these buildings lit up in neon. It's a nice active view because you got the highway. So I like it. I can recommend the AC Marriott for the view. The other thing that's neat about this brand new hotel is that it has a very popular rooftop bar called the Sky Bar on the 18th floor. Every night of the week, there's people coming up the elevator to enjoy that. On the weekends, there is a line downstairs of people waiting to be led upstairs. The views are fantastic. Even in the middle of summer when it's very warm out, the breeze makes it very pleasant. I've actually been up there during the day just working on my laptop. Very enjoyable. So for that reason also, the views, the Sky Bar, I can recommend the AC Marriott in downtown Orlando. However, beware, you will hear the train. You know, the train comes by every 15, 20 minutes. It'll honk its horn, and if you're very sensitive to that, you might want to reconsider or wear some noise-canceling headphones. Obviously, when I go to sleep, I don't hear it, but the rest of the day, I do hear it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this Out My Window Live. I hope everybody's having a great summer. I hope everybody is coping well with COVID. And that's it. Oh, I always have to tell you, what is it that I am doing here? I am in Orlando on a 12-day trip for the Gold Cup soccer tournament. It's basically our region's version of the World Cup. And in this market, we have Costa Rica, Jamaica, Grenada, Panama, Suriname, and Guadeloupe playing. And I am here working that tournament that brought me here to Orlando. My next two markets, and hopefully I'll get to do more Out My Window Lives, will be Las Vegas and Los Angeles. We'll see what kind of views I end up, if they're worthy of your time. But this view here in Orlando certainly is. So one last look here at my view. There is downtown right there. There is the view south towards the airport. You know, I didn't get to talk much about the room itself. The rooms are very modern, fairly small. I would say that they're like, the room I have is a king size with a pull-out sofa. Reminds me very much in its layout of a cruise ship outside or balcony type of a room. Of course, I don't have a balcony. But that's kind of what it reminds me of, like a cruise ship room on steroids. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, to please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get the channel off the ground, so just hit that little button down there that says subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook, please go over to my YouTube channel. It's Out My Window Live. And watch the videos there and just subscribe. I have some great tips on how to always end up with a fantastic view like this one. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone is great. We'll talk to you later. Ciao.